What is going on, guys? Rob with Rob's Man Cave here. Today we're going to show you another product on my website, and that is the ball head adapter for the BOG DeathGrip tripod. Now, the BOG DeathGrip tripod is one of the more common tripods out there. It's a little bit heavier than some of your carbon tripods out there, but to be honest, for the price, the functionality, the durability of this thing, and the things that you can add to it to make it better, this to me is one of the better tripods on the market. Now, it looks like there's a whole lot going on here, but I'm going to show you why this looks the way it does. But first, I'm going to show you how to install the ball head adapter. Also, I'll try to put together a video on how to disassemble the original clamp style to prepare your tripod to install this. Right now, I've got 3 of these tripods and all of them are already taken off, so I'd have to put it back together to take it apart again. It is pretty simple. You guys can probably figure it out. The disassembly video might be worth the content. So let's get into installing this thing. Alright, so to give a brief rundown on how I got here to be able to put this adapter on the tripod, on the bottom there's a cap, and there's going to be a little rubber cap, and there is a Allen head screw in there that you're going to loosen up, and then you'll be able to take your tripod clamp adapter off. Then there'll be left a press fit cap on the bottom that you'll just take a screwdriver and a hammer and just tap it off, and then you'll be left with a opening in the end of your tripod here on the top. You'll also have your clamp, and you want to take all of the pieces off of the clamp and retain these 4 screws. So when you get your kit, you're going to have 6 pieces. It's going to be your bolt, washer. This is your bottom piece. You want to stick your bolt through like this. This is your top piece, and it's going to have a nut pressed into the top of it. You're going to have an Arca-Swiss adapter plate. This is going to go on your old clamp mount, and then you're going to have a piece that's going to attach to the bottom of your leg to add another attachment point for a sling. So first we're going to go ahead and put the adapter on through the bottom of your tripod. Your piece fits in just like that, and then the smaller section is going to go down. I'm going to go ahead and get it hand tight as you can. You'll need a few tools for this. You're going to need a 9/16 wrench. You're going to need a 5mm Allen wrench. You're going to need a 9/64 Allen, and you're going to need a 5/32 Allen. So on your 9/16 wrench, if it is ratcheting, that is going to make your life a lot easier. The top piece has these 2 wings on here. It's going to help you hold it to tighten it up. And before you get it all the way tight, the bottom piece has these 3 loops on there, and you want to make sure that they are between your legs of your tripod. So twist it so that they are positioned between each leg. So once you've got it tightened, then you can add your ball head. This one I highly recommend, and if you're looking at my website, you can find the link to this ball head on the website. It is on Amazon, and it is reasonably priced. But you're going to want a ball head with a 3/8 threaded port there, and just threads right on top, and you tighten it down. Now, if you don't want to go with this ball head and you want to pick your own, when selecting a ball head, you want to make sure that you get the biggest ball you can find for your price range or your brand or whatever it is you're looking for. This is a 54mm ball head. They have sizes up to like 65 and 70mm. They are pretty expensive, but what the bigger ball on the ball head does, gives you a lot more control of your tension on the ball head, and it's going to give you a much smoother flow, while you're moving your rifle around. So now for the next part, this Arca-Swiss plate adapter. Now you don't have to use this, but for guys that aren't using an AR all the time, they might pull out the Remington 700 or something to go out there and hunt with, and they have to use the clamp. So this gives you a method of using the clamp in addition to the ball head. So we're going to show you how to install that. So you've got your clamp, turn it upside down. You've got your screws that you retained from your disassembly. Now you're going to install this with the Arca-Swiss mount away from the clamp. There's really only way you can install it where the screws are recessed, so it's pretty foolproof. Go ahead and put your screws in. Use your 5mm Allen wrench. Tighten everything down. Snug it up. Doesn't have to be extremely tight. So now you can take this clamp and put it in the Arca-Swiss. It's hard to do this laying down. So now you can clamp your Remington 700 in there and still use your ball head. Now for the last piece, you're probably wondering what these loops are for here on the bottom. You've got 3 of them here. Well, one of them, in addition to this piece, can be used as sling adapters. And then you can use the other 2 to hang your gear from while you're in the field. So what I recommend is disassembling the leg with the strap on it. So you're going to take your 532, you're going to loosen up this top screw here. I've already got it loose. Then you're going to open your clamp. You're going to wiggle it out. Go ahead and pull that all the way out. Be sure to save your little clips there. Now this is just going to slide right over the end of your foot here. I recommend closing the legs back together and kind of looking at it and seeing which way you want it oriented. This is off center. It's not coming straight off. So what this is going to do is allow this to be accessible while this is pointing down towards the center of the legs when it's closed. So when you get it on there, slide it up, go ahead and put your foot back together. These little clips, it's very important. They have these little nubs here in the middle, and it's also got a lip on one end. Well, that lip hangs over the end of the pole. If you kind of roll it around, it'll snap into place. Once you get them snapped in there, make sure that this is pointed up. You'll turn this around once you get it started, turn it around until it snaps into place. There's 2 little guide rails in there that's going to slide right between these 2 little white clips on both sides. Once you get it started, you can roll it all the way in. Then push that all the way down, push that up, and then make sure there's 2 lines right here. Just make sure that those are lined up or these are lined up, because if it's off like this, you're not going to be able to close your tripod legs. So just line that back up, make sure it's pushed all the way forward, put your clamp down, tighten it back up. Doesn't have to be too tight. Now you can position this exactly where you want it, slide it all the way down, and go ahead and put your strap on. That way you can orient this to where this loop is still accessible, and then tighten it down. Now what I recommend on this is to take this screw all the way out, put a little bit of Loctite on there, and tighten this down just finger tight. It doesn't have to be super tight. There's a lot of friction on this. You're just tightening it enough to where the screw doesn't back out. So now we've got that assembled. You can take the sling of your choice. Of course, it would have to be a clip style like your QD clips here. Clip that bad boy on. Clip that bad boy on. So now you've got a sling attached to your tripod and a fancy new ball head. Alright, so that's all we've got for the BOG DeathGrip ball head adapter. If you guys have any questions, you can use the Contact Us form on the website, or you can scroll all the way down to the bottom and feel free to use the email link down below to contact me there. So head on over to the website and check out the BOG DeathGrip ball head adapter, as well as the other products that I have available. Be sure to check me out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and I would be forever grateful for your like and follow. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time in Rob's Man Cave.